My beloved child, I'm here now, in this instant, in this precise moment when thoughts are colliding in your mind, when your heart feels restless without knowing exactly why. I come not as a distant idea, nor a whisper confused with the noise of the world, but as a living, real presence. I am here, and nothing can stop me from reaching you. I know every beat of your heart. I know what you've been silently carrying, what you hide even from those you love the most. I know that today you woke up with a weight on your chest, struggling to breathe through tangled emotions, trying to find meaning where everything seems chaotic. But even before you opened your eyes, I was already by your side. I saw when you hesitated to get up, when you thought about giving up once more. And it was there, in that moment of doubt, that I whispered, "Son, rise, because today I am going to speak to you. Now that you are here, let your heart be free. Close the eyes of your soul to the world around you and open your spirit, because what I have to tell you is not ordinary, not generic, not for just anyone. It is for you. It is personal. It is eternal. Listen carefully, for this is the moment when your faith will rise from the ashes and my voice will become the clearest sound in your confusion. Beloved child, the time has come. I tell you with all the authority of heaven, it is now, not later. Not when you feel stronger, not when everything makes sense. It is in this very instant, this fraction of a second where your spirit opens and your heart surrenders, that the miracle begins to move. You've spent years waiting for a sign, seeking security in fleeting things, trying to calculate the perfect moment, the ideal environment, the right stability. But I created you to walk by faith, not by sight. When you try to control every detail, you end up stopping my hand from moving freely. You become paralyzed between doubt and hope, trapped in a land of what-ifs and maybes. But now I extend my hand to you and say, move forward, this is your moment. You thought time was lost, that opportunities passed by like a strong wind with no return. But I show you that time is not your enemy when I am in command. Your time is in my hands. And what seemed lost, I can bring it back, restored, multiplied, and full of life. Do not fear what's coming. Do not fear the changes you sense approaching. Yes, I am moving structures around you. I am shaking everything that was static, stuck, frozen by fear or pain. You thought that internal chaos was a sign of the end, but in reality it is the sign of a birth. I am removing the stones from your path. I am breaking old chains that kept you from flying. What once made you look down today, I destroy it with the light of my word. Every accusation that made you feel small, every comparison that made you doubt your purpose, every voice that whispered you were not enough, is silenced now by my truth. You are mine. You are chosen. You are called. You carry within you a divine seed that no one can destroy. And today that seed begins to bloom. It doesn't matter where you were planted, nor the storms you faced. I water that seed with my spirit, and it will grow. Remember who I am. I am the one who holds the universe with a single word. I am the one who parted the sea to free an entire nation. I am the same one who brings the sun each day, even when no one thanks me. I am the one who saw every one of your tears and decided to turn each of them into a source of healing. I have not changed, and I will never change. And just as I worked in the lives of those before you, I will work in yours. If I healed David's heart, restored Job's life, transformed Mary's story, I can transform yours. Nothing that has happened to you surprised me. I saw every detail, every wrong decision, every fall. But I also saw your repentance, your sincere desire to come closer, your internal battle to keep believing even when your faith was low. And that is why I come to you today and say, do not look back. Do not stay trapped in what has already passed. The past does not define what's coming. Your future is not in the hands of what was. It is in my hands, and I assure you what I have prepared for you is infinitely better than anything you've lived so far. Your mind has been a battlefield. Thoughts of fear, of inadequacy, of insecurity have surrounded you like walls. But now I tear down each one of them. I place in you a new mindset, a renewed, healed mind filled with my light. You are not a prisoner of your thoughts. You are free. Free to dream, to believe, to move forward. Don't let strange voices define your worth. Your worth is not in your performance, nor in your results, nor in the approval of people. Your worth is in this. You are mine. I paid a high price for your life. You are a masterpiece of my hands. None of your mistakes made me give up on you. On the contrary, the more you closed off, the more I loved you. The more you ran, the more I searched for you. And now that you're here, willing to listen, I pour over you a new portion of grace, peace, and direction. You think you're not capable. I tell you, I am your capability. You see yourself as too small. I tell you, I am your strength. You feel lost. I tell you, I am the way. Everything you lack, I will provide. Everything you don't understand, I will reveal in due time. But you must trust, not partially, not only when things go well. Trust with all your heart. Give me your fears, your doubts, your plans. I want to be involved in everything. I did not come to be just a part of your life. I came to be the center, and when I become the center, everything around you aligns. Your home, your relationships, your dreams, your health, your finances. Everything finds order in my presence. Because where I dwell, chaos becomes purpose. Where I arrive, darkness disappears and hope rises like the sun after a long night. Child, prepare yourself. I'm about to do something new in your life, something you didn't expect, but it will surprise your heart. You've prayed for change, and now it's coming. Some changes will be soft, like a breeze, others intense, like a storm. But all of them are necessary to take you to the next level, and I will be with you in each one. I will not let go of your hand for a second. I will sustain you, give you wisdom to decide, courage to act, and peace to wait. You are not alone. You never were. I was just waiting for the exact moment to reveal myself clearly, and that moment has come. It is now, not tomorrow, not later, now. This is your time. Take it with faith, with courage, with humility. And as you walk in obedience, I will open doors no one can shut. I will place before you opportunities you never imagined. People will be sent your way with divine purpose. Resources will come from unexpected places. Miracles will happen in the midst of your routine, and all of this will only be the beginning. Because what I'm about to do in your life will be a testimony for many. You will be light where there is darkness. You will be an answer where there is despair. You will bring healing where there is pain. Not because you're perfect, but because you chose to believe. And that decision changes everything. And now, as your heart begins to settle and your soul leans in, let me speak further. Not with lofty words, but with the truth you've needed to hear for a long time. You've asked me where to go from here. You've stood at the intersection of too many voices, too many expectations, and too many dead ends. But now I make the path clear. Not easy, but clear. You've tried to fit into molds that were never meant for you. You've tried to match the pace of others who seemed more certain, more accomplished, more steady. But I didn't call you to copy them. I formed you uniquely, with a rhythm that is not rushed, a growth that is rooted, and a purpose that does not compete. It completes. What's been breaking you lately is not weakness. It's pressure that's shaping what you'll carry. You've asked me to remove the tension, but the tension is what's stretching your capacity. I am enlarging your ability to carry more responsibility, more vision, more peace under pressure, more strength in storms. You've been afraid to confront what's really going on inside. You've distracted yourself with routines, surrounded yourself with noise, filled your time with effort, but the wound remained untouched. I don't heal what's hidden behind masks. But now that you've let me in deeper, I will begin to mend the parts you thought were beyond repair. Let me show you how to forgive. Not just others, but yourself. You keep punishing yourself for what you didn't know then, for the decisions made in darkness, for the trust you gave that wasn't honored. But I don't hold those things over your head. I use them to humble you, not humiliate you. I use them to birth compassion, not condemnation. This next season won't just be about breakthrough, it will be about learning how to carry breakthrough without pride or fear. Because what I give you will not be just for your comfort, it will be for the healing of others through your story. You will become a vessel, not a monument. There will be days when you feel the weight of the calling more than the thrill of it. In those moments, remember this: I didn't choose you because you had it all figured out. I chose you because your heart stayed open when it could have gone cold. I saw your hunger for truth even when you were surrounded by deception. Pay attention to what I show you in silence. Not every answer will come through thunder. Some truths I reserve for the quiet, when your distractions fall away and your spirit is most alert. That is where wisdom forms, in the unseen, in the quiet obedience, in the decision to still your soul when the world is screaming. Start simplifying. You've carried too many opinions, too many roles, too many self-imposed standards. I am removing the unnecessary. You don't need to be impressive. You need to be present. You don't need to have every step mapped. You need to be sensitive to my leading in the now. Let go of false burdens. You were never meant to carry everyone's expectations. You've confused pressure with purpose. Just because it's heavy doesn't mean it's holy. I will teach you the difference. You'll find peace, not by doing more, but by being in alignment. I am calling you to guard your energy. You've been giving your best to things that don't return life to you. You've planted in dry ground, hoping it would one day rain. But I have better soil for you, better company, better investments of your time, your mind, your heart. There are some people you'll need to love from a distance. This will hurt at first, but it will heal you in the long run. Not everyone who started with you is meant to finish with you. Some connections serve their season, but growth requires new environments. Stop trying to fix what was never yours to repair. There are hearts only I can reach. You've confused love with responsibility, but true love doesn't always mean rescuing. It means releasing. Trust me with what you cannot carry anymore. Prepare your surroundings, not just your schedule, but your space, your habits, your words. I'm not only changing your circumstances, I'm maturing your character. The change you're praying for starts with what you allow around you and within you. You've prayed for clarity, and I am giving it. But clarity doesn't always mean comfort. It means the removal of illusions. It means seeing who's really for you. It means noticing what drains you and what feeds you. And sometimes, clarity comes before closure. You're about to enter rooms you once felt unworthy of. You'll sit at tables where once you were ignored. But remember, your value doesn't increase in visibility. You were valuable in the hidden places, in the seasons no one applauded. Don't let attention change your posture. I will teach you to lead without controlling, to speak without shouting, to influence without striving. You're not called to dominate. You're called to serve, to shine, and to stay rooted in humility. Influence that honors me is never built on ego. Some of the delays you faced were divine protection. You saw closed doors, I saw traps. You felt rejection, I saw misalignment. What you call a setback, I call strategic redirection. And when I say not yet, it's not punishment, it's preparation. Learn to rejoice in small victories. Not everything I do in your life will be dramatic. Some of my greatest moves are quiet, like the steady healing of your mind, the slow restoration of joy, the invisible shifts in your thinking. These are miracles too. Take time to celebrate. You've made it through things that should have broken you. You've healed from wounds that ran deep. You've forgiven people who never apologized. Don't rush past that. Honor the strength I've built in you. You will begin to discern more clearly. What once confused you will now be obvious. Deception will lose its power over you. Manipulation will no longer find a place in your heart. This is part of the maturity I'm bringing. Discernment sharpens when your heart stays soft. Be willing to be misunderstood. When you start living with clarity, some will question you. When you stop people-pleasing, some will accuse you of arrogance. Let them. Obedience will always provoke opinion, but your peace is not up for debate. Start moving with intention. Every step doesn't need to be loud, but it must be led. Wake up knowing that even ordinary days carry divine weight. Small steps in faith become sacred ground when you walk with me.